So there's been quite a few changes to my prison, and while normally making an update video may not seem like it makes a lot of sense because it's just some small changes, there's one really big change that I should probably document, and that it has to do with the ban machines, which you'll see later actually, because guess what? It's some content value out of this. I'm ranking the 11 changes in order of how big they are. Yeah, number 11. As you may know, we have these chutes in the guard hallways where the guards can access any area. And before, this water was not here, which means you just take a bunch of fall damage. I mean, fall damage shouldn't really be a concern considering kind of armor you're wearing. Nonetheless, it's a quality of life feature. Number 10, the conduit. This leads directly into number 9, which is that a lot of the hallways are now submerged. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. I mean, it's not a bad idea, but useless. Also, this kind of looks weird because you're in water, but lava at the same time, and you still end up dying. Number 8, if we go up to the top of the prison, you can see that we have this stained glass pattern on top, and that's an area band diagram, basically from the root. Basically, everything in red stained glass is always area band. Everything in yellow is area banned by the portal kicker, and everything in green is just typically on area band, except by the suicide switch. Number 7 is directly connected to number 4, so we're going to skip it right through to number 6, which is just that the guard controls have been slightly rearranged to be a bit more uniform. Obviously, because of how the wiring works out, it's I can't make them all like perfectly positioned. At number 5, we block off portal kicked guard sections. So basically, whenever you turn on the nether portal, you have to turn on this portal kicker first as 2-player detection to make sure no one except the intended person logs on. You can see this through the disconnect message. If you see the band diagram, this yellow is what's banned by the portal kicker. You can see that it actually overlaps with the stasis room. Ideally, the guard would be smart enough to like not go into the room when the portal kicker's on, but as a failsafe, I've added it so that whenever this is on, these, not only will these come up, but also these, so you can't accidentally just walk in there. Theoretically, you can swim. You can swim through this gap, but at that point, you're just asking for it. So yeah, don't swim through the gap. Number 4, as you can see, we have this new door over here. You can see that we have a vault now. I don't know why I said we. It's no one except me. This is where you can like store stuff. It's completely unnecessary, but I felt just like adding it for fun, you know. And if you close it while you're still in here, a extra secret compartment will open up. That leads me back to number 7, which is that if you click this note block, that gets retracted, so you can actually get out when you close it on yourself. Number 3, you can probably have seen it several times now, but I have a lava grid defense now. I don't know if it's actually functional. I think the ban machines are actually in TNT minecart range outside of I think they're barely outside of TNT minecart range, which is, oh yeah, this def one's, that's unfortunate. Oops. Number 2, we now have a control guard auto. The control guard will just tame this cat, and they'll unflick this lever whenever a visiting or just whenever an entry process is happening. And then if the guard gets kicked or logs off for any reason, this cat will sit on the chest, which will unpower the comparator, which will unpower this note block which will be detected by this observer, which goes to the kill switch. This should be disabled at other times though, so you know, like the guard can log off without banning themselves. And number 1, you guessed it, it has to do with the ban machines. Can you see what it is? If not, these are what the old ban machines look like. So depending on how well versed you are in prison tech, you may have known that the bans in previous versions were impossible. Like, the specific set of blocks that they were placed in was impossible to start without getting yourself kicked from the game. So I've added this theoretical compartment. Basically, once you're done, you've placed this redstone torch here, then set it all up, and the redstone torch would keep this from activating, so you could break it and stasis out right afterwards. Therefore, the ban machines are now technically possible. Really important message about this prison that I should probably mention. And basically, that message is, if you're planning to like escape this for a video or something, don't give me attention over something that isn't adding anything new to the prison community. So while it was a good beginner prison, and a good test of my logic skills, I must say goodbye to Catalocke. I do have a new prison idea, and let's just say it's bigger, it's better, and it's more humane as well. I'll see you later.